you briefly what it's exactly we're going to cover. We're going to continue with the idea of oral, yes, by comparing to business, because it's something we are going to cover about this. But also, I would like to include what is exactly we are going to cover in this week. We're going to start with the writing, just exploring writing for vocabulary and language for writing, the idea of using sentences with initial phrases. Just last week, we covered initial phrases in reading, if you can identify, yes, and obtain. But in this case, you are going to apply. The idea is that we're going to provide you expressions, and you are going to use these sentences in your intro. Then we're going to work with the writing skills, that is organizing a comparative essay. That's why it's really requested that today you have clear objectives when you explain your two business, okay? And finally, we're going to obtain the outline, okay? That is something, just the little description of this week. And for this week, we have, again, my ELT about these two topics, initial phrases and the writing skills. So two activities for the end of the weekend. So we can mainly cover this board. So I think you can do it and working independently, okay? So let's go to start with the next groups. I'm going to raffle for the two peers. If you want, you can share your own screen, or if you want, I can just share the Jamboard. Okay, I don't know if you have in mind the idea of the oral explanation rubric, but if you need it, just let me know. Okay, so let's going to make a raffle. Let's see. So today we're going to start with the groups, and then we're going to start exactly with initial phrases. Before starting with the explanation, yes, I would like to know that there are some students that haven't accomplished the activity for 2 weeks, okay? So I suggest you that if you finish the oral explanation, you start doing this in my ELT. I'm referring to, for example, Leticia, Belen, listening, you haven't accomplished. Then I have here Uriel, you have two vocabularies, you haven't accomplished the two vocabularies, and also the listening in my ELT. Nicole is absent today. Then we have Abel, that is absent today. Then we have Daphne. In your case, Daphne, you have two vocabularies that you didn't complete. Then you have the listening, that is, it was for this week. So my friendly suggestion is that if you are not working on presentations, I think the idea is that to use the right time. So you can do it because at least you're using English platforms, okay, in order to practice. But you have to do it by sure, okay? So the other student is Mejia Arturo, almost nothing about this, okay? My ELT. So I suggest you that you have to enter as soon as you can, as well as Ariana. Okay, you have reading, unit 4, reading, unit 4, vocabulary, unit 4, and the listening. Okay, be careful with this because I also need to start registering your scores. Okay, okay, just a second, hold on, because some students, okay. Just a second, because I'm responding a private message to one student. Sure. Okay, Valerie, it's up to you. Okay, if you consider you don't have nothing more to add, you do it independently. The other student, I don't know, but if you prefer that day, it's up to you. Okay, So let's go to start. Hello, Abel. Welcome to the session. I was also mentioning that you haven't accomplished my LT. So you have to do the reading as well as vocabulary and the listening. Okay? So let's go into start. I'm going to make a raffle through Class Dojo in order to see who is the student that comes next. Okay? Okay, so let's go into start with the activity. Here we go. Sofia has already with Camila Lara. Let's see, we have Ariana Antonella already. Yes, Arianita?
Yes, miss.
Sure. Okay, thank you. Then we have Ariana Meneses. Yes, okay. Let's see. You would like to share your screen or you prefer that I share the screen?
Miss?
You prefer to share the screen or I share the screen of the Jamboard? How would you?
Oh, yes. Yes, miss.
You have to tell.
But I don't know. Wait, miss. I didn't hear.
You're not there.
My Wi-Fi connection, I can hear.
Okay, you can hear well, but we can hear you well, hopefully. So I'm going to put the Jamboard because I think you work with
Camila Navarrete.
Camilita Navarrete. Yes.
With Camila Navarrete.
So Camila, you are ready. Yes, Camila? I think she said yes. So I'm going to share the screen. Okay, here you have, girls. You can see, take your time, listen to the suggestions, and decide up to you who would like to start and introduce the topic about the comparison between these two business, successful business. On your mark, get set, go.
Okay. First, we can see the compare the work culture at Brunello Cucinelli with with Gloria, and Brunello Cucinelli has the pieces like are high. The company does not receive great profits because it inverts a lot in the fabric and has much more profits from other countries. And Camila said the Gloria compares.
Yes, at Gloria, they reduce investments to increase profits. Also, they export their products to many countries. However, they obtain more profits from Peru. In number 2, we answer that in Peru, we can see two types of business, the formal and the informal. In the first case, they probably have a schedule, just like in Brunello's business. However, sometimes they make you work outside those hours. On the other hand, informal business abound not to have a schedule or a fixed income of money. They depend on the day-to-day.
And in number 3, we can see that they ask like if we would like to work there. And I would like to work there because that fabric is it's so organized, and we can see a lot of fashion influence and something like that. And I think that will be cool. And Camila.
I also like to work in a similar place, the Brunello Cucinelli company, because he's a very organized and sincere about what he wants to achieve. He also has the correct tactics to get there. And related it to some experience, I can say that many times They call the work, call my mother to ask her for questions or ask her for papers, showing that schedules are not respected. Thank you.
Class for your friends. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ariana and Camila. Thank you. I also would like to appreciate Camila's your personal experience, how you involved here, yes? By contextualizing what your grandma, you said, yes? Thank you so much. I will suggest, Ariana, for further common ideas, it's that you provide an argument, but based on what reasons? You said, I would like to be there because we have many influencers, we have this, but contextualizing by you. How is Ariana? How Ariana feels if she was there? Just because it's an influencer or just because I love to sound like an influencer one day? It's like now Ariana is talking to this context, okay? So the idea, Ariana, it's not just to say, okay, because it is said this. It is because as well as it says this, it makes me reflect to me that one day I will look for a job and I will prefer to be in this job. So that is the idea. When you put your mind into this topic, okay? So we have further oral topics that we are going to discuss for opinions also, so that you have to keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind your argument needs to be sustained. Thank you so much, Ariana, and as well as Camila. So we continue. Next team. Let's see. Diego Manuel and Daphne Garcia. Are you ready, guys? Okay, you're going to share the PPT? Sorry, the Jamboard, or you prefer that I? Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Okay, Miss Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about the difference that Brunello Cucinelli has with Piccola. It is an Italian luxury fashion brand that sells menswear and women's wear. The vision of the Brunello Cucinelli is living and working for the dignity of man and putting beauty in the world. One of the similarities that I investigate is both companies have good established hours, and another is both are well-known international companies.
Thank you,
Well, well, as we know, we talk about Brunello and some similarities, but now we're talking about Bitcola, who is a big company, huge soda company that is not even in Peru, it's also in Spain and most parts of America. As we know, Bitcola is a series of soft drinks that a Peruvian group called AGE. And what is it? What is their slogan? Their slogan is to be the best alternative of products made through a culture, services, and growth through develops to our employee and contributes to the well-being of society, the version he has. And well, going to point number 2, we are comparing the facts of work in Peru. So basically in Peru, there are so many jobs which have to organize it and depends one of many things. As we know, things can go as well planned, but Brunello Cucinelli, or it can be priority managed, but also they are formal jobs that in most cases they have been developing their skills. And well, in my opinion, is both companies are incredible. They have unique characteristics, but I don't see myself as part of this group that focuses on certain points, since I like to see and learn about new things and all about this. They caught my attention.
In my opinion, I would like to work at the Brunello Cucinelli company since it catches my attention and it shows that we values his employees a lot by calling them thinking souls, and I will adapt quickly.
Thank you, Daphne. Thank you, Diego. Claps for your friends, please. Very good. Okay. We are going to continue. Let's see who comes next. Nicole is absent today, so we are going to reschedule. Andreita. But Andrea already done. Yes, Andrea? No. Let me see. No, Andrea needs. No, not yet. Andrea, yes?
Yes.
Yes, you did it. So let's going to continue. Uriel. My dear Uriel, are you ready?
Yes, miss.
Okay, you would like to share or I share the screen?
Could you do it, please?
Okay, no worry.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, dokie, here we go. Uriel, aha, with Christopher, yes? With Christopher.
Yes.
Yes, you can start on your mark, get set, go.
As the first similarity, both brands presents annual and exclusive collection of luxury, contemporary and sophisticated garments for women and men. Also, both brands pursued in fair profit achieved with ethics, dignity, and morals to manufacture highly artisanal products that later wouldn't damage creation. I think it's for the heritage that has taught for them the very beginning to use natural fibers for their products. Also, both brands provide their employees with good working conditions and make sure they feel comfortable and are paid fairly.
Difference. The most obvious difference between Brunello Cucinelli and Sol Alpaca is that Brunello Cucinelli was founded in 1978 and Sol Alpaca was founded in 2004. One difference is that at Sol Alpaca they use technology to create garments and accessories, and at Brunello Cucinelli they do not to use technology to create their clothes. Thank you. Miss, you are muted.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. Thank you so much. I was so impressed. I was saying in the comment that both of you, even though you were separated with ideas, yes, you were still making a connection. That is idea. Don't forget, guys, that always at the end, share your own perception about the topic related with this.
forget.
You can say you agree, yes, but
No.
what's exactly that you agree on if you were in that situation?
Yes, I forget, but can I say it? No?
Sure, you can do it. That's why
Okay.
I always invite you.
Okay, in my first section, I would like to. I like how Bruno Cucinelli managed his company, because after working life rests on his same ideal principles,
Sure,
and also he knows the rest and the time their employees need to find like a balance
sure.
between their body and their soul. Also in his company, they want that everyone enjoy equal opportunities, and it promotes also healthy relationships among their workers. So as my conclusion, the Bruno Cucinelli, o sea, I mean his purpose is the common good, and that guides first in person approved, and and also in his business people are the very center of every production process.
Production.
So
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
So that, for that work elevates human dignity and emotional ties that derive from it. And thank you.
Thank you, Uriel. Thank you for sharing. Yes, see? If I invite you, you always do it. Eduardo, you would like to mention?
I too, yes, Miss.
Sure.
In my opinion, personally, I think that the key factor in the success of a company is the importance they place of their employers. Brunello Cucinelli and Solar Alpaca have shown it offering them great comfort and taking care of the health of their employers has led them to perform more in their working hours, which is beneficial for companies. This is the main reason why I believe these companies have been successful.
Thank you, Eduardo. Thank you. Those arguments are crucial and really important when we justify our opinion, always. Thank you so much, Eduardo and Uriel. Let's go into continue. Okay, guys, we're going to continue. Yes, I think in the cases of Valerie, we need to set on. Yes. I don't know if it's ready, Leonardo, with your team. Yes, Leo. Can we start?
Yes, give me a minute.
Okay, I will give you the minute that you request. Meanwhile, guys, Leonardo and Daniela are well prepared. I would like that you take a look about your text, okay? Meanwhile, they too are working with this. I would like that you explore the writing, okay? Open your books on page 86. And here we have some really crucial words that I would like to listen also. Remember, I sent you the words necessary when we want to express similarities and differences. So I would like that you select from this vocabulary and classify in the category of similarities and differences, okay? So start working on this. As soon as Leonardo and Daniela finish, I will call for participation.
Miss, may I start?
Sure, Danielita.
Yeah, so first, the difference. Overall, Cucinelli is a prestigious clothing brand. Meanwhile, Cola Real is a soda bottling machinery company. I found that one of the phrases that occupies the vision of Brunello Cucinelli is living and working for the dignity of the man and putting beauty in the world. He believes in the value of quality, exclusivity, creativity, and beauty. He seeks a new world in which Italian knowledge comes first. On the contrary, we have Cola Real, who actually focuses on professional ethics and creating a socially responsible society. Finally, Brunello takes great care of his employees. He ensures that they have a balanced professional and personal life. However, Cola Real has been in the eye of many newspapers due to its multiple complaints of exploitation.
Like Brunello Cucinelli, Cola Real had humble beginnings. The founders, Añaño's family, had to earn more income due to agricultural shortage during the time of terrorism in Peru. And both businesses aren't headquartered in big cities like Brunello Cucinelli and Cola Real. For example, Cola Real started in some villages in Arequipa. And Brunello Cucinelli products are handmade in Italy. Likewise, Cola Real is only bottled in Peru.
When we focus on Peruvian working life, only two words come to our mind that are fatigue and obligation. We believe that many jobs here are just meant to produce money and do not focus on the importance of the social and personal lives of its employees. For example, before quarantine in the morning, we could see how many adults ran out of their houses, some without having breakfast, in order to get early to their jobs. And then at night, we can see how in public transportation, passengers are sleeping from the fatigue and stress they have. On the other hand, Brunello presents us a totally different workspace, focusing on balancing your private life with your work life. We believe that this will allow employees to love their jobs and as a consequence, improve the company. Brunello shows that doing something for fun and because you really enjoy it will make everything improve on its own.
From my point of view, being a Brunello Cucinelli worker can help bring out the best in you. The company's policy is focused on providing satisfaction to its employees. In this way, it tries to show that it not only focuses on the large amounts of income it can generate, but also on those who produce it.
Personally, I would love to work for Brunello. In addition to liking that the time to go home is at 5:30, which is earlier than the home time here in Peru, I am a person who adapts to the environment in which I am, and the environment he creates seems amazing to me. Cucinelli not only cares about its employees' benefit, but combines this with the success of his company. Beyond what I can earn working there, I think I would feel very comfortable and happy going to a workplace where I know I can feel relaxed with what surrounds me and what I deserve. Thank you.
Okay, claps for your friend. Claps, claps. Really well, really well. Impressive, I will say. Also, I have seen Leonardo in a different way. Yes, Leonardo, you express your ideas by explaining some of the topics that you feel sure you were talking about the differences. Yes. I was curious, Leonardo, if you have to select personally, if I have the option to tell you which of these two brands would you like to be in as a worker?
In my personal opinion, or
None of
I
these.
think
Oh yes,
no,
one of these.
none of them.
None of
No.
them. Could you suggest why is the reason why none of them? Not even in.
Let's say it's because I'm not really interested in the topic of making clothes or making sodas.
Uh-huh. So
Most of it.
in a legal area or probably in the side of the I don't know, engineering machines, something like this, chemicals. No, nothing even like this.
No, not much.
Not much. Okay, thank you so much, dear Leonardo. Okay, guys, we have 7 minutes. I think we continue for next class because Leticia is absent. Brenda, in 7 minutes, I think we can do it with your partner, Brenda.
Yes.
Please, guys, don't forget to send, just Camila send the similarities and difference. Don't forget to send through the chat similarities and difference about that page, okay? Go, Brenda. You would like to share or I share? Okay, you will share. Arturito, are you ready?
Miss, can you hear me?
Sure, Arturo, I hear you.
I had some problems with my audio.
No, no problem. Don't get panic about the audio. Okay, guys, you can start.
Okay, Miss.
Sure.
First, I will start with the comparison between Brunello Cucinelli and Renzo Costa. First, Brunello Cucinelli is from Italia, and Renzo Costa is a Peruvian brand. Brunello Cucinelli was founded in 1978, and he puts his name on his brand with a capital of $500. And Renzo Costa was founded by Maria Bustamante in 1973. Brunello Cucinelli is considered one of the most luxurious brands in the world, and some people call it the Italian Hermes. Renzo Costa has managed to position itself as one of the most important clothing and leather good design. In recent years, both have learned to value not only the design, but also the quality of the material used and the finishes.
In Peru, there are two types of jobs, the formal and the informal. The formal can become organized in order to be at the level of Brunello's work. However, in Peru, informal work is the one that is growing more and more. The organization of this type of work is poor because the only important thing is to earn money. It has more sophisticated organization and is generally frowned up because it is believed that if you have this type of job, you are poor or you work on the street, which in many cases is true. The fact that Brunello Cucinelli has his workshop in a rural area is an additional risk since there are all kinds of bugs and animals that should compromise the product and the materials with which they work, something that could be avoided by having the premises in an urban area. Neither of us interested in the world's fashion, so we wouldn't work with
either of them. But if we look it from what is the best for us, I believe that the ways Bruno Cucinelli managed and benefits his employees is very interesting and striking. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I have seen through the chat just Valerie, Andrea Carbonell, the answers requested. Valerie again, Daniela Diaz, Andrea Carbonell, Daniela Diaz, Camila Lara, and no more. No more students send the answers requested for vocabulary. Thank you for that. I will take in consideration about your responses. Next class, we're going to continue with oral presentations because we have few of them. And I would like that you take a look about the grammar, because the grammar is something that we have covered, but we need to create now, okay? So next class, we are going to check answers. Thank you for the students that I mentioned that already done. Valerie, I don't know if you can keep in contact with Claudia Chigne. If not, by Wednesday, you have to do it by your own. Tell me what you have researched, tell me what you have done, but in cases Claudia is present, she's going to do it as well as you. Okay, Valerie? Thank you for telling me about this. And guys, see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much for your attention. Camila, see you in the group of Conversation Club, okay? Thank you for your attention. Don't forget my ELT, Arianita, please, Abel, too. Bye-bye.